as you guys have grown, your worms are actually growing. And in part of your journey to go visit the alchemist, during your guys' travel, your guys' worms have all been talking to you. You too, Jin. Even if you try to ignore it, it's still talking to you.
No, I'm only talking to myself.
The first god you saw was Sleipnir. It looked like a giant brown bear combined with a horse. This is what rules over Europe. Over Australia, what used to be Australia is now just a giant floating landmass because that is the Leviathan. The Leviathan kind of looks like a turtle and a lion and an arthropod put together. Jormungandr is still alive. It has just been healing. He's at the bottom of the ocean. Just a big-ass snake. The Monkey King you guys know of, but then there's the Wendigo that rules over in Alaska. It looks like a polar bear and a mantis put together. It's massive, it's gigantic, and yeah. And then then there's two last ones. Cthulhu, but you don't see it. It's just in the darkness. It's in the planet, and it's hiding. And then the final one that rules the skies is a giant crow by the name of Ram. Those are the 7 emperors. They keep the Yggdrasils from growing. Your worms have been telling you guys also that they realized more of what they were supposed to be. Originally, going off into space and going to other foreign planets, they were supposed to take the original life of the planet, plants and insects, and merge with the genetic coding of whatever was on that alien planet.
Okay.
Because they have not done that, they're taking in all the genetic information on this planet. So that's why you guys are growing, evolving, changing. Will this mean another change in you? Possibly.
Wrong boy.
Like change.
But because you change, you also have a deeper understanding now of the freakos. They're changing as well. They still have their hive mind mentality, but they are still gaining single-mindedness. They're gaining their own self-identities.
So they're becoming aware of themselves.
Exactly. And as you were traveling, you noticed what used to be the little crawlies. They've gotten a lot bigger. Their hands look. If you think of Voldel from Soul Calibur,
I'm never not thinking of Voldo from Soul Calibur.
That's what their claws now look like. How big they are on their claws.
Dude, imagine if that guy wants to touch you in a sensual way.
Thing for you?
That's some heavy petting right there.
Thankfully, you actually have not seen any of the doggies because they have all migrated to just staying with Fenrir. They will not leave their master. But as you've been progressing, because this little city where this little junkie is where you started, and as you've started to progress south, you've noticed a change in the fauna and everything. Everything kind of has a yellow hue to it. Because I know you guys are smart, you would pay attention. You're looking at the plants, and the quote Blair from The Thing.
Wait, do I see something else other than the yellow hue?
Oh, you're definitely noticing some weird buildings and stuff, and it's like, and once again, that is not real. That is imitation. That's not stone. That's imitation. This is organic. You see these spires that have been forming from the ground, and once again, that everything has a yellow hue to it. But this is not like the yellow hue that was in China that you saw from the Yggdrasil forming. This is completely different. It's kind of more like a bright yellowish hue to everything. The plants. Even the weird wildlife that you're seeing.
Do I see other colors?
Nope. You're only noticing yellow.
Oh, really? Even with my special eyes?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's intense yellow.
I'm not happy about this.
Whoever tries to turn and leave, you will notice no matter how much you walk away, the landscape keeps expanding. It will not let you leave. So you will turn around and keep proceeding on. You'll encounter people, and these people are all going to say, "Hey, are you making your way onto Carcosa? Are you going to go meet him?" And they all have this weird look to their faces, that like suspiciously like sus grin.
Trustworthy.
Did any of you want to say anything to any of them?
Yep. That's what I say to them. Yep.
I also immediately trust them with my life.
It's topsy-turvy. If there were acting normal, I wouldn't trust it.
Okay, I like that. So you know what? You're going to keep going with this group that you've met, and they're going to start talking to you, telling you, "Oh, the chaos, everything was happening. It's such a godsend to hear about Carcosa." And another person chimes in. It's like, "God, who thought we'd be able to go somewhere and watch TV again, and maybe even meet famous people?" Okay, so they're going to keep saying, and this is all brought from the alchemist. And there's a little girl. Her name is Amelia.
I feel like this is like brought to you by the Alchemist, which is like feels really PBS.
Yeah, I'm kind of into it though.
ABS?
Amelia actually does not have the creepy grin and all that shit. She's actually normal. She's a little tenure.
How did we learn her name?
She introduced herself. She's not rude. She said, "Hi, I'm Amelia."
She's not rude, Jen.
Nope.
Unlike some people.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna respond.
One of the other members of the group pats her head and goes, "Remember now, you promised." And she does a little zipper on her mouth.
Oh, she has a zipper mouth?
No, she's doing
She does this.
a pantomime of a zipper.
Oh, I was really hoping she had a zipper mouth. Like her lips are just zippers.
One of the other members goes, "We're sorry. She's actually in the beginning stages of joining Carcosa. The first rule in the initiation is you can't tell. You can't tell our secrets." Shh. And they put their finger to their mouth and just go, "Shh."
But didn't you just tell the secret by telling us that she was joining?
That's not a secret. You can find
Oh.
that's not a secret.
Great, Jen. I just wanted to talk to history nerds and you're leading us to a cult.
I mean, I'm not hating it.
As you're looking, one of the plants blinks at you.
B, I want to trust this, but you're doing shit like that.
The plant blinks at me.
There's a plant that blinks at you.
What color is it? And what color do I see? And what else do I see?
You see a yellow iris.
Mm-hmm.
And the eye...
It only has an eye, right? It doesn't have a mouth.
Oh, I was getting to that.
No, I'm looking at it, so I would like to assess what it looks like first before I act.
This eye catches on to you, Jen, and it turns back into a normal plant.
Okay, I'm gonna go over
But then directly by your ear, one of the weird trees. It kind of has. I swear to the branches should be tentacles, but they're branches. Right by your
tentacles.
Right by your ear, a mouth is going to form.
Uh-huh.
And you're just going to hear a, "Hello, Hello there. Hello,
Uh-huh.
Jennifer.
Whoa. Nobody calls me Jennifer.
Yeah,
Whoa.
nobody uses her slave name.
Whoa.
Nobody
Whoa.
makes me bleed my own blood.
That's my blood. Better not make me bleed it.
Young lady, please remember, we must be civil even in these times.
Nah, then maybe you wouldn't be calling me Jennifer if you were so civil.
The mouth forms away, and then one of the tentacles, the eyeball pops out again, and it just looks at you, Jin.
Yeah,
Yes,
it looks at me, I look directly at it.
Does it wink at her?
It kind of tries to give a sympathetic wink.
Are there leaves on this plant?
Nope.
Is it... What? How is it considered a plant, then?
It just looks like a plant. I said it's imitation. It's whatever you would assume is trying to imitate fauna, and
Maybe
Yeah,
a vine.
I'm just gonna point at the eyeball plant and be like, ain't no plant got no leaves.
one of the members is going to walk up to you, Jen, and go, "Oh, we've already been graced by his presence. That's the alchemist. All of these lands are the alchemist."
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Where are the tentacles?
Everyone else, you guys all did hear the alchemist's voice as it was talking to Jen.
Okay.
Yeah, they heard it, but did they hear exactly what I heard?
They didn't. They just heard the end of it when it was on the vine, like as it was going away from you. So they just heard the end of its little talking to you. But
Ain't no plant got no leaves.
But they did clearly hear one of the members say, "All of these lands are the alchemist." And he physically is these lands.
Ain't no plant got no leaves. This boy. Where's the tentacles, though?
I will say, as you're looking at that branch, it does seem like there's no breeze. Yet the branch is trying to sway, but it does seem like more the movement of a tentacle. But trying to imitate the swaying of a branch.
Without leaves?
Yes, without leaves.
Seems
Now,
funny.
I will say this, though. Because you pointed out the fact there's no leaves in the plant, there's going to be a bunch of strange, like, moss growing on the branch. And then the mouth will form again and go, "Is that better? Does that feel more natural for you?"
Ew. 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 Ew.
Come
No.
to Carcosa.
You asked for it, Jen.
Is that
I did.
Deckard
I
Cain?
asked for it. Yeah, it's Deckard Cain.
Just remember the rules. If you want to stay, join the flock. That's all will be better when we are one. And then the mouth fades away. And the members are going to enthusiastically lead you to Carcosa.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll follow. I'm just disappointed in the lack of chaos.
As you guys are going to keep progressing, though, I'm going to let Abram, as you're walking down the path,
Yeah.
you are going to notice statues. Once again, this is that strange imitation. These are organic statues. Like, they literally sprang from the ground.
It's like right in front of me.
It's on the path, the trail that you're walking. You're just so happen to be the one next to the statue. And one of the members walks up to you and goes, "Oh, isn't he beautiful? That is the image of the alchemist." And the scary part is the statue does have color and everything. All it is just a humanoid shape covered in a yellow robe.
Ooh.
Mhm.
You
I'm gonna
cannot
go
see.
forward.
Oh,
Can I like touch it? Is it stone or is it like organic?
B, I'm
The-
gonna say oh, and then I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
Oh, Abram, as you touch the statue, the clothing moves.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely organic.
I immediately put up my gauntlets just in case.
The statue crouches down to you and goes, "Hello, Avram. I am the alchemist. I cannot wait to meet you. You will have such a great time in Carcosa.
Oh,
Come,
Isn't he beating him right
join
now?
the flock. Come, join the flock." And then the statue goes back up and remains motionless.
So are we with some people?
Yes, you are. You're still with the cult members and the little girl Amelia.
okay.
Her eyes glitter when she sees the statue moving.
I mean, the statue was nice enough. I think I'm gonna trust it now.
One of the members, you just hear mumble go, "Oh, Yellow King." And one of the other members immediately smacks him upside the head. And he goes, "Alchemist,
Oh, Haster, though.
did you just say that name out loud?"
What'd
Yeah,
you
I
say?
did.
Immediately behind you, Cat, from the very ground, forms the alchemist. None of you, except for Cat, you're like in a void right now with the alchemist.
Sweet.
Yellow eyes glaring at you. Not in that calm old man voice. Just leans towards you, the darkness creeping ever closer. And it just tells you,
Mhm.
"Who told you?" And everything goes quiet. Your phones still work. They still power on, but you have no connection. No nothing.
Got it. So the king in yellow.
Yep, the king in yellow.
Yeah, we're currently using the Alcanet.
Cat,
1-800 Alkanet.
Cat, everything's gone back to normal, but you just have a chill. The person that is the leader of that little group that you're with, though, he's looking at you. Creepy smile is faded from his face. He's waiting just for your next sentence. What do you want to say?
Hold on.
That's what you want to say?
No, obviously that's not what I want to say.
it's just hold on.
What do you want to say? Hold on.
Okay. What I'm gonna say is, looks like they're just following somebody with some fucking god complex, thinking they're someone like so much more than they actually are.
Oh, do you roll your eyes too? Roll your eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Creepy grin gets back on the member's face. I have no idea who they are talking about.
Oh yeah, what about Haster?
Oof.
Turns slightly to his face, to you, and goes, "You know, the king in yellow, Haster." And before he can say another word, he disappears into the ground. And then in his place, a new cult member pops up, happy as day, and goes, "I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's get going."
Looks like the fun police fucking came by.
Clearly they don't like that name, Cat. Stop saying it right now.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, no, this is fun now.
You guys are going to be passing through what seems like cities, and it's full of people, and they all have that creepy ass.
Are there
demeanor.
skins on their face, like on the side of their face? Like are they wearing flesh masks?
Nope. But intermingled between all these people are clearly just gifted. They're following the cult members and they're telling them, leading them, showing them, telling them the rules of the place. And all they say is, all you have to do is make one trip to Carcosa. Have a meeting with the alchemist. And then everything will be better. You guys have seen hide nor tell of any freakos, though. You are going to pass by what looks like a perfect replica of the Roman Colosseum.
Is it made out of?
Flesh. What everything's made out of.
The only difference, though, is this one appears to have been the Roman Colosseum during its heyday. It's complete. And yes, as Jen pointed out, it's still that same... I'll go so far as to say one of you touches it, it's a fleshy. It feels like flesh. Even the ground beneath you feels like it has a thump, like a heartbeat.
And we're in this Roman Colosseum?
No. You're just passing by it. The members tell you that's where the games are held.
I'm gonna walk up in front of it and just open up my arms and say, "Are you not entertained?" just for shits and giggles.
Oh, if you get a little bit closer, would you like to take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna look inside.
Ew.
You immediately look, and on some pikes are some gifted. There's going to be a head you recognize. It's the dancer.
Oof.
Oof.
Couldn't dance
Does he
his
still
way out
have
of that one.
the fleshy headphone bits on him?
He was definitely entertained.
Oh, those have been ripped off of his head.
So does he have ears? Because I was always...
it's just holes left on the side of his head.
Yeah, see, I was curious about that.
And unfortunately, you can still hear the manic cries and screams of people just watching some debacle in there.
Oh no!
Wait, wasn't Fat Princess his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was Fat Princess also here?
maybe.
I don't know, I'm looking around for it.
One of the members will come and say, "There will be times for fun and games later. Come, we must get to Carcosa."
Noted.
Looks like Zion.
Everything is these fleshy towers.
Is that a chihuahua?
Is she okay?
She's dying. She's dying. I will let her have this.
Oh my god, when Jen laughs like that, it sounds like a chihuahua barking.
Almost like she has a soul.
That fleshy penis towers.
Okay.
As you get into Carcosa, the members are going to wave you goodbye and say, "We're going to meet up with you guys later. We would like to personally escort you to the alchemist to meet him later." Amelia actually wants to hang out with your group. Do you let her?
Yeah, but we're gonna keep going.
How old is she?
Faster, will she
She's
go
10
in?
years old.
She's how old?
She's 10.
That's not good with kids, especially
Oh,
around
thank
dick
God.
towers.
Well, not when you make it weird like that.
My sides hurt.
Someone has broken Jen.
Thanks a lot, B.
Well, I'm gonna make Amelia.
Horrifying.
Amelia is just gonna follow. Amelia is just gonna tag along with you guys. But as you walk into Carcosa, you're going to. I'll have to explain why. But you're gonna actually bump into this group of 4. Specifically, you bump into this woman she is fucking 9 feet tall. She's very thin. And if you can tell she's gifted, and if anything, she took on the properties of a stick bug, of a walking stick. One of the members of her little group immediately jumps in front of her and goes, "Watch where you're stepping! Watch where you're stepping! Do you realize who you're in the presence of?"
Is it Dimitrescu or something like that?
Oh, one of the other members, a girl, wearing a cape and has a cane with a big-ass diamond on it, goes, "Maybe we should introduce ourselves first before we start yelling at them." The very tall female goes, "All right, pose." Music and lights come on for some reason. You guys are just watching.
Oh, God, no.
The tall one goes, "Supermodel Estelle LaBelle, greatest supermodel in the world." The guy jumps in front of her and goes, "Rory the Story Corey, I live in her backyard." The girl with the cape jumps up, posing in front of Rory, says, "Grace Guggenheimer, daughter and heir of Guggenheimer, owner of Guggenheimer Wondertorium Entertainment." And the last one, chasing a butterfly, says, "I'm Penelope Fancy Pants." Estelle LaBelle is like, "Look, you got dirt on me." She's pointing an accusatory finger at Abram.
Whoa.
Who?
Abram?
Me.
You're saying that you would denounce the so-called dirt that the alchemist has on himself?
What?
Estelle LaBelle immediately turns to you, doing an awkward supermodel pose, and says, "I am Estelle LaBelle. I don't care what place this is, who it is. I am the greatest supermodel, and I do not get dirt on me." Rory's Story is dusting her off. He pulled a brush out of nowhere. He's dusting her.
So you don't like the alchemist?
I am with no one. I am just
you don't
here.
like the alchemist?
There's some members that pop up and go, she's one of the special people. The alchemist likes to pull in people with clout, and he lets them have a little, leeway. Because with her around, more people want to come to Carcosa, and they immediately leave.
No.
I'm gonna kick a little bit more dirt as they leave. Just
Yeah, because apparently you got dirt on her.
just gonna do a quick little kick.
Grace Guggenheimer, daughter of Guggenheimer, turns around.
Can I instill fear in them?
You thought you were releasing pheromones to make them fear you, but you actually were pheromones for attraction.
Oops. Sorry, Max.
Thankfully, most of them are able to hold themselves back, except for Rory the Story Corey. It's just, if this was a cartoon, he'd have those big comical hearts in his eyes.
Oh, is he going to turn into Pepe Le Pew?
It would have happened, except Grace Guggenheimer has hit him with a crowbar and is dragging him away.
Okay, cool.
And she's looking at you going, "I'll remember this."
Yeah, she will remember me. 'Cause she loves me.
She's fighting the conflicting feelings because now she hates you.
Yeah, it's called hate snogging, and I'm totally into it. Give her a little wink.
It's not the "No, I don't like you, Baka Des."
Tsundere-chan. man, she's such a cactus. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, she's gonna do that. I'm just gonna give her a little wink as she goes away.
They are going off towards a direction where there's like some spotlights going off into the sky. All of you are going to look off into the distance, and you see all kinds of people here in Carcosa. There's the scary, creepy cult members with their weird stares looking at you, telling you how great it is here in Carcosa. Just go meet the alchemist. But then there's more of those people of clout. Richard, an old man approaches you, and he's just, hi there. My name's Bill. How are you doing today, my good man?
Oh my god, is it Bill
Pretty
Clinton?
good, Decker.
Bill
Like
Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
What do you say, Richard?
Said I'm pretty good, Deckard.
When everything about started happening, I just about lost faith because Hillary, she died right in the beginning.
It is Bill Clinton.
I'm going to tell you here, son. You really going
Hey,
to
where's
like
your
it
buddy
here.
Epstein?
When you mentioned that, behind Jin,
What did you mention?
Jin,
Epstein.
Epstein.
the minute you mentioned Epstein, behind Jin, you just hear,
Oh god, no, not behind me. Not behind me.
you're going to hear a, well, aren't you just a fine piece of ass?
Nope. I'm wherever that sound came from is a big punch time. Big punch time.
You are more than allowed to punch the punching because
Yeah.
behind you is fucking
Yeah.
Trump. At the same time, he is going to get saved from a hand coming out of the ground, but you are going to nail him with the shockwave in his face, and it's going to make all the blubber and everything blow back. His hair gets all disheveled. His baldness is showing. But a hand comes up out of the ground, protecting him from everything else.
Where's Amelia?
Amelia is just... She is so impressed by you, Jen. She's hugging your leg.
Yeah, I'm fine with her hugging my leg as long as she stays behind me and away from Epstein.
Oh no, that was Trump.
Trump fixes... So, the Trump fixes his hair.
Did you not hear
I
the
don't know.
voice that he
No, I
gave
heard
him?
Epstein and I didn't hear anything else.
No.
The
No.
reason... So...
He said, "Where's your friend Epstein?" And then he
Okay.
made a joke.
I'm cool either way.
Immediately, Trump fixes his hair as much as he can and goes, "Oh, I love a woman with some face in her." Bill walks up to Trump and goes,
No.
"Come on, Bill. Come on, Donald. We gotta go. You know that nightclub where everyone was telling us about, where the party never stops."
I mean, I'm just gonna look at Max. I'm gonna look at Max and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Bill Clinton turns back to Richard again and goes,
Obviously, whatever stopped you didn't want anything to happen to him. So, who you're trying to follow wants him around.
It's obviously that wannabe that tries to call himself pastor.
Just saying.
I'm
These
just
are
saying,
the people
I'm just
that
saying,
you're will that
how long,
you want
how
to
long have
follow
we been
with.
married now? I'm just saying. How long have we been married now? I'm just saying.
"Cat, give me a dodge roll."
Okay.
I'm just saying. Not gonna step in for your wife.
Nothing is happening other than your attacks being stopped.
Did you not hear what he said to me?
Okay, Kat, you amazingly, as you are stepping, a potted plant falls from one of the towers and drops right next to your foot.
Yep.
And a mouth forms underneath your foot, Kat, and goes, "Please stop that." I mean, no, he just goes, "Please stop that. Don't say that anymore." Richard, Bill Clinton
why?
looks...
'Cause you're oh, no. Okay,
I was
go
just going to
ahead.
say, Bill Clinton, before you do that, Kat, Bill Clinton looks to Richard and goes, "I hope to see you there later, son. It's a real happening spot."
Does he have a saxophone?
Yes, actually he does. He has some sunglasses.
Richard's like, well, hold on, we might.
Yeah. Well, I mean, If anything is gonna get blown later, it better be that sex.
I'm actually going to be performing later, son. So make sure to come check it out.
Alright. I'm mostly interested.
All right, now, Kat, you may respond to about him asking you to please stop.
It's like, yeah, I know you guys are supposed to call him he should not be named, but it doesn't mean I have to. And just like, I know all the stories.
Who are we talking about? And what does this have to do with anything?
The mouth just forms underneath you, Kat, and just goes, fucking Wikipedia.
Whoa, whoa! I read the book. Fuck off with that Wikipedia bullshit.
Yeah, Cat's knowledgeable.
And the
What
mouth
you trying to say about?
Oh no!
What you trying to say about her?
The mouth is just going to say, even worse, you're old bookworm.
No,
Yeah,
she ate
Tyler,
the worm.
you fucking
She
plant.
It's not a plant, Cat. I don't see no leaves.
In the middle of Carcosa, that's what you see for the statue. Jen, there's your tentacles.
Yay, I get tentacles now. Cat tentacles.
And
Oh yeah, I know this image.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of members in the middle. They're actually handing out pamphlets of the papers, that strange organic material.
Yeah, I'm just feeling this pretentious motherfucker.
Kat, did you say that out loud about it being a pretentious asshole?
Oh, you know I did.
One of them is going to approach you, Kat, and say, there is not one word of pretension in this pamphlet. The pamphlet he hands to you is nothing but pretension.
Well, that was just a known fact already.
And you know what? He does have the fucking gall to put the Yellow King as his signature at the end of this pamphlet.
Oh, not the name, just the Yellow King.
Yep.
What's the pamphlet made of?
The same organic material.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all cool. That's why I asked.
Just gonna use my arm blade to fucking make a show of tearing it apart.
Can you tear it apart? It's fleshy.
Yeah,
Well-
my arm blade.
No, you can actually definitely tear it apart. It tears apart easily to your mantis blade. Kat, on your leg is Amelia, and she's just, you are so amazing.
She jumped from my leg to Cat's leg.
Don't touch
Yup.
me, child.
I think she can feel the animosity. She just goes back and cowers to Jen. Jen,
Oh,
Amelia
boy.
looks at you and says, "You're just like Mom," and hugs
Aw.
tightly.
Ooh, Jen disliked that. Jen will remember that.
Your mom, Junior.
Yes, her family sucked.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, is your mom dead?
Amelia just looks at you and just has a sad look. Mom at one point was carrying me and running, and she just said sorry. And all I remember was falling.
Well, that didn't answer my question.
Amelia's mother might be alive.
She's unlikely alive in this world. Especially if she's running.
Kat, when those members see you cut up that pamphlet, actually even before that, when the bits of the paper hit the ground, they absorb into the ground.
Oh, sorry if you didn't understand. Sorry if you didn't understand, but when I said that didn't answer my question, I was actually saying it to the child.
Oh! Oh no! Amelia just she actually just deadpan looks at you and goes, "My mom threw me to a bunch of the freak things. and ran away.
Okay.
Don't do it, kid. She'll do the same thing.
Do you actually say that, bud?
Yes.
Amelia just starts to shake. Kat, to you, the cult members that witnessed your brazen display, if this was a Telltale game, that text would pop up saying, "They will remember this."
Yeah.
As they walk
I know
away.
really where you're going with that.
Exactly. This is just one of those, they will remember this. Where you are in the center of town, there's what would appear to be like a little shopping plaza, a bar. This is not the famous nightclub you've been hearing about.
It's all made of flesh, though, right?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's...
Hey, Richard.
What?
Have you considered if you can poison this flesh stuff?
I have yet to determine a good source.
Ooh, Richard, would you like to try?
If you don't want
Richard, would you like to try to poison the thing that we are currently walking upon and will be walking upon for the next many miles?
Would that be a good idea?
No.
All of the structures.
It could be. I mean, I don't know, honestly. Like, who's to say
if things
if
go
this thing is
sour.
taking up... Who's like? Think about it this way. Who's to say this thing isn't taking up a lot of space underneath us, or if it's just
What about here?
like
You-
a
Because
sheet
besides
over
the
land?
one pamphlet that Kat cut up, you guys still have another pamphlet in your possession.
Yeah, does it have any information in it that I would be interested in?
So I'm going to remove a quill and hand it to Richard and be like, hey, you want to juice that up for me?
Oh yeah, rub it under my armpit. That's where the juicy stuff is.
It's pretty gross.
The tip of that quill is now coated in a quite funky poison.
Yeah, I'm going to use that to
Ew.
inject the pamphlet.
Now, you know Richard's poison has quite a corrosive effect. But this paper is perfectly fine.
Okay.
And
Just checking, really.
wait, a little mouth forms and burps.
Would you like me to tear up this one too?
Well,
The little mouth forms and just goes, no. A form of the alchemist forms out of the ground, just chuckles and goes, don't you know about sea cucumbers? I'm kinda
Yes.
like that. I'm kinda like that. And just laughs and slowly goes back into the ground.
okay, so that was a bad idea.
He's
So
kind
he's
of
not
like
good
that,
at
as in
salad?
he's fucking disgusting. Moving on.
Yeah.
Wait,
no,
wait.
no, he's
so
absorbing everything.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying out loud, though.
what happened when I hit with my vaporizing punch earlier? Then
So, I'm glad of you
Oh.
actually. So, as you were watching the hand take the shockwave, I hate to bring up the weebs, but it was kind of like how with Luffy, the flesh of the hand started to just ripple.
oh boys, I'm useless.
Sounds like we need cutting weapons.
Yeah.
Oh boy, my specialty.
Pretty sure piercing might help, but not very much. So, just in case, I'm going to attach some of my quills to a web, and I'm thinking a bit like a harpoon.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Richard.
And one of the door walls that are around you guys, a door is going to actually open. And it's going to open. It's going to open. If you actually... Would any of you like to just take a peek into this door? In the middle of this rocky room, in front of that tree, is that yellow cloak. And not in the old man voice, it's just saying, "Get your goddamn asses in here."
Oh, okay.
Are you guys all going to go in there?
Why?
Why would I when somebody told me to do it in that way?
Because he's got secrets to tell. So
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, so much for the civilness.
I mean, I already went through, so.
Okay.
No, I'll follow in if someone already went in. But.
This yellow cloak is actually...
Cat goes in.
This looks just like the statue that you've been seeing, but something's very, very off about it. This isn't the same statue that you're seeing, and it's quickly merges to the ground, pops up in front of Abram, and it's just... Would you please stop antagonizing the psychotic side of myself?
Oh, wait a minute.
One?
You guys, look, I hate to say this. It's like, I'm only going to be in control for about another 5 minutes.
Oh, Sheogorath logic. Got it.
What? Shaggorath?
You got the right mind. You got the right mindset. I'm glad I'm talking to you guys. So look,
Shaggorath?
unfortunately,
Sheogorath.
Sheogorath.
I've tried to talk to many of the people who've come here.
I always called him Shaggorath.
None of them listen to me. You guys, I hate to say this, you kind of fucked up where you came. Where we are, you guys are actually right now technically on a part of one of those emperors. This is fucking Cthulhu.
That's the fun part.
Wait, no, he starts to like fight violently with the ground, takes back control, and his eyes wincing, and he goes, "I really fucked up in the beginning when all of this happened. All I can tell you right now is you're on Cthulhu, but not on Cthulhu."
Then who are you?
Are you trying to control the Cthulhu?
His head jerks back and he goes, "Avatar." He goes, "I'm what you would call an avatar. Instead of eating a worm when all this began, this weird chunk of fungus landed in my yard. I made the dumb mistake of touching it, and I'm this now. It calls itself Haster."
Yeah, I know it does, buddy.
Haster's a piece of Cthulhu, and you guys need to be careful.
Are you trying to subdue Cthulhu right now?
I'm the only thing keeping you guys alive.
What?
If I was not mentally controlling this land right now, it would basically eat any organic material on it. And I just want to tell you right now, this is only a piece of Cthulhu. The rest of it is somewhere underground. And from what I understand, it looks just like a giant mass of fungus. And with that, this version of Haster looks at you and says, "You need to tread very lightly. Literally, no matter where you are, he can hear you. He can talk to you. But he's not as strong unless you go to the heart of Carcosa. I'm in what you would consider the brain of Carcosa." He points to the tree. That's the brain.
Does it look like a brain?
It actually
Does it
does.
look like
It looks like a brain combined with a tree.
That's cool. I like
More
it.
brainy towards the top.
Yes, thank you.
Does it have
Perfect.
all the wrinkles?
Yes,
branches
it
called
does. It has.
branches?
It has. So the bottom of the base of the tree looks like a giant stem. You know, the brain stem, and then
Yep.
the rest of it has that brainy matter, the veins, all of that goodness.
Sweet, I love it. What does Cthulhu want?
Cthulhu just wants to eat.
Ah, he's just like me.
He has no grand plans, no desire of land or anything like that. When all of this started, apparently that thing, before it buried itself in the ground, shot out many pieces of itself all around the world. This is just the one piece that prospered, and unfortunately I was the one dumb enough to become one with it. I would commend you for the attempt at trying to poison me, if our body wasn't just a giant filtration system. Yes, we filter it through our body, and as it just slowly starts to filter, we learn more about what the property is, we build adaptations to it, and it becomes part of us.
So
Can
we
you use?
inadvertently.
Have you been able to gain the powers of other gifteds?
And
And
that's
it's
where,
through the blood in the Colosseum?
that's actually, he goes, that Colosseum is because, from what I understand, Cthulhu hates these gifteds because he can't adapt them to himself. He can only find ways to combat them to where they won't hurt him, but they will never become a part of him. And he doesn't like it.
So then, could he adapt to Richard's poison or no? He just
Basically, essentially all he's doing is he's just giving him food.
Damn. I was thinking of just feeding it my blood, and then look, now it bleeds metal, and then I just control the metal and crush its heart.
Why would you kill Cthulhu in front of me,
Because
Max?
it's a problem. He enjoys the company of Trump.
You didn't do anything about it when he was doing weird shit, saying weird shit to me.
Haster is going
He
to
didn't
look at
do
you and go,
anything. He said something.
Saying weird shit.
he's going to say, but please,
He reacted before I had a chance.
until you can find a way to securely destroy his heart, be careful in Carcosa. And even if they are not a member, proceed with caution, because you don't know who's all working for him. The door opens up again behind you guys, and he's asking for you to leave.
was the little girl present for all of that?
Yes, and her mind is blown, and she is traumatized, and she is actually going to tell your group, I'm supposed to eat something.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. She hasn't done that yet.
Oh, no, but she should.
They say the rule for a normal human to stay here in Carcosa is you meet the alchemist, and you eat something.
We don't have any more worms on
That's
us,
what I was
do we?
about to say. Do we still have one of those? There's like a worm.
Do we got any
did
more
acquire,
worms?
But I don't know what happened to it at that point.
No, that was a cartoon cat worm.
That was a cartoon cat.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Here, but cult members are around you guys after you came out of that room, and one of them hears Amelia say she's supposed to eat something.
If he looks at her wrong, I will kill him.
Cult member is actually about to try to act, but a form of the alchemist shoots up and goes, No, brother. She is special now. Turns to all of you. I'm sure she won't be a handful. Now what
Says
is
the guy that never had to babysit before.
I just smiled.
Oh, Cat, you have just... The alchemist is... His heart has been warmed. He thinks you've come over to him. Oh, Cat.
Ew, 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 oh, cat.
I can't wait for you to come.
Ew.
Oh no.
Oh!
Can't wait for you to come, cat.
No, not like that. That is... God damn it. No, not like that. Get that image out. No. So, B, to answer what you just asked, yes, you guys can actually go back to the Coliseum now.
You can go back to what?
The Colosseum to retrieve a gifted worm.
Did
Maybe the dancers got a little something left for us after all.
he, it sounded like he got cut off.
He seemed like he did.
Am I
It
still
seemed
here?
like what?
I heard, yeah, you can go back to the, and then it cut off, but I assumed what he was saying.
But yes, you can go back to the Coliseum just fine and go walk into it. But
You got quiet again.
I was going to say, you can clearly tell, unfortunately, the worm has been ripped out of his head.
Mm.
Okay.
But
But
would you like to maybe search around the Coliseum?
absolutely.
Yes.
That's what I'm good at.
That's also what I'm good at with my weird fucking eye cones.
Yep.
Cat,
I got weird eyes too.
Cat. As you're searching, the members that watch you cut up that paper come. And they go, "Oh,
They come?
God damn it!" They appear out from one of the entranceways and go, "I think I know what you're looking for. Would you like me to take you to the battle room? B, the room you find."
Modifier 2?
Yep, go right ahead.
Okay.
For you don't find the battle room. You come to a VIP room. You're in the same room as, you're in, Supermodel.
Oh.
They're not here, but this is their VIP room for the Coliseum.
I see.
Now, if you want to search around it, you'll have to give me another roll. Oh, Jen! For you!
Yeah.
You do find the battle room.
Yeah.
The smell of blood is very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
In front of the door, though, are two guards. But because of your awesome roll, one of them is going to go, "I guess we're having VIP combatants?" Okay, well, here, come on in. And he opens the door for you.
Okay, I'll go in.
Kat, if you follow Jin, you can go in too.
Well, I'm assuming they want to lead me into there, so yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
Oh, okay. You actually arrive at the same time as Jin. The guards in front of the Jin, do you say anything to Kat?
Is she with me?
She just popped up with the members that led her to the battle room.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, come on."
The guard at the door goes, "Oh, more VIP combatants. I guess today's going to be a great day. All hail the alchemist."
All hail the alchemist.
All hail.
Oh, you're all going to be getting this VIP treatment then, if you say this. One of the other guards actually at the door is going to slip you a big ass Bowie knife and say, to give you a little extra edge in the battle.
Oh yeah.
We got a knife?
Yeah, he's gonna give you a big ass Bowie knife.
Nice.
Okay.
Is it actually a Bowie knife, or is it just like a normal knife with like David Bowie on it?
It's a knife shaped like David Bowie's head. The lightning bolt flips out to be the blade.
Okay, we're going with that. We're going with that. We're going with that. That's what it is.
Do I just add that to my equipment? Oh,
Add that to your equipment, Abram. Add that to your equipment. You have the David Bowie knife.
Nice, David Bowie knife. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it the David Bowie knife?
No, it's called the Blade of Bowie.
Oh.
No, I like that.
What was it called? You have to name the knife Major Tom.
Only when he throws it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I love it. Now, in the battle room, you are surrounded by gifted of all kinds. And you can tell this is, if we were to say this is like Boku no Hero Academy, where there's the ones that have the really stupid, useless ones, and then there are ones that you're like, how did you end up here? Something must be going on if you're stuck here. Because right now, the current champion, because they do this like your typical tournament racket. Right now, the last tournament got closed, and it was between the dancer and the warrior you're looking at, a big-ass fucking lion with his sword. It's just a big slab of metal with a sharp edge.
So is this like a Johnny from Magic, or is this like
Do you know
a Lion, the
Claymore?
Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Do you know Claymore?
Oh, no. I mean, I do, but no.
Oh,
Good
yeah, I
anime?
do.
Do you remember the
No,
lion cat?
Yeah.
Think of that, but with a big-ass sword.
Yeah, I know it. I just never watched.
You guys
Or
are in
the-
front of. You
or-
guys are actually in front of Richard the Lionheart. He looks at you and goes. He looks at you all and goes, "Ho ho! More eager combatants. Hello, how are we doing today?"
Oh, this is great.
I'm glad I'm not in that room.
I already want to kill.
I hate that.
Are you here for glorious battle?
Yes.
Hell yeah, I am.
Yep.
Let us shed blood
Is it
together,
me and Kat
brothers.
versus him?
Let us shed blood together, brothers.
Is it me and Kat versus him?
Jin,
What?
yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
It's actually going to be you, Abram, and Kat versus
Cool.
Richard Lionheart.
My body is ready.
He just looks. I left my kingdom in the care of my ward, and decided to venture out to this Carcosa.
Let me guess, Richard?
Yes.
I'm the better Richard, by the way. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
My hair looks stupid Lionheart.
Now he hefts up his big ass piece of metal sword. He's just, I cannot wait for our battle later, and goes to the corner of the battle room.
So what I find in the room?
Okay. Oh, B for you. In this room, you're actually going to find on a plate a jittering mass of like what would look like jelly donuts if H.P. Lovecraft made jelly donuts.
So
And it has a note card that says, "Please enjoy."
oh,
My gift from me to you, the alchemist.
Is that like a troll joke though? Because fucking another gift I can eat.
He knows she can't eat it, but the other three can.
so is this what the donuts look like in Survivor Hub?
God damn it!
Because if H.P. Lovecraft made donuts, that's what I'd think.
Yeah. Yes, those are the jelly donuts. You can actually assume this is what the alchemist is making people eat. But because the supermodel, she ain't letting her entourage go to the heart of Carcosa, so this is his next best thing. Leave some treats in a VIP room. She can't eat anymore. They can. And you see an eyeball in the corner.
She's the only human. Not human.
Yup. B, there's an eyeball in the corner of the VIP room. Thankfully, it has not noticed you.
I may regret it, but can I pierce it?
Your harpoon actually pierces that eyeball. The harpoon's like violently shaking, trying to get it out. And I'm going to let you get out of the room without being noticed.
All right. Oh, as I'm leaving, I'm going to leave some quills in the seats just to fuck up their day.
God damn it, yes. This happens. It happens. Oh my god, you make some beautiful seat pin cushions. That's going to be a thing that happens later. Richard, you're actually outside the Coliseum. As you're looking around, you are actually going to finally notice the famous nightclub everyone is talking about.
Oh wait, wasn't Richard part of the part of the battle, or is it?
No, that's Abram.
Yeah, that's Abram.
Okay.
Richard is actually was the only one who was kind of outside.
Yeah, I'm a lone wolf.
Well, I haven't done anything.
I wanted to ask.
Max, I was going to come to you next too, because
I wanted to ask if
yes,
the Lionheart dude left John in charge of his territory.
Yes, he looks at you and goes, "Yeah, my younger brother is in charge." And oh dear God, he just realized the mistake he made.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him that look like you done fucked up, boy.
He's going to be contemplating that now because you told him that. Max and Richard.
I didn't say you done fucked up. I'm just giving him a look like you done fucked up.
Well, no, because you mentioned. Then now it's clicking in his own head the fuck up that he's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just trying to help out.
You actually might have just spared yourself a battle.
Hey, I'm like so good at finding ways around fights.
Max and
Also,
Richard.
I want to chill out with this dude, so...
Oh, okay, then you know what, Kat? I'll give you an update here. After Max and Richard, you are outside. You both are going to notice the nightclub that you heard from Bill Clinton.
Gross.
What it is, you know those subway entrances?
Yeah.
It's one of those, but with two organic spotlights shining a golden light out of them.
Hit me with that yellow light, baby.
I will let you guys... Would you both like to go over to it?
So an adult club?
Oh, it's an adult club.
I'm good.
Oh.
Richard, you
I'm
gonna
down.
go? Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Let's party, baby.
I will stay nearby, just in case.
Okay,
Alright,
perfect.
stay close just in case I yell.
Yeah.
But don't come too quickly if I yell.
Ew.
God damn it.
On many levels.
God damn it. Oh my god, this is one of those sessions. I made a mistake.
You have a flesh city.
I know I do.
That immediately makes it.
We're surrounded by veins, bro.
It's so veiny.
So veiny.
I'm trying to more so imagine it like
I mean, I told you guys.
a mycosynth
I
kind of
told you
lattice
guys.
kind of thing from Magic the Gathering, like Zendikar or so even Eldrazi, if anything.
Everything's fucking fleshy like foreskin, bro.
Wait, so is like the music throbbing? Like
Throbbing.
It's just uns baby, like untis. It's just do
Throb, new song.
do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
That's actually the inside of the nightclub. It is happening. It is on, but instead of purple, it's all yellow. B, you're getting back to where the main group was. Kat, Avram, and Jen are not there.
Yep.
You see Max kind of like by the entrance to the nightclub. What do you want to do?
Do I know where Kat, Jen, and Abram have gone to?
AIM! You can ask AIM.
Oh, right. I thought we couldn't connect to the...
I said you
internet.
couldn't connect to the internet. I didn't say you couldn't connect to AIM.
Oh.
Remember, I said AIM is living in your phone. So on your phone, B, there's actually like a little icon that just says AIM.
Oh, I got an AIM app.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to open it up and ask AIM if they can locate Kat.
You see a little question mark symbol appear on your phone. Kat, your phone dings up.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go look at it.
Ding.
You look at your phone, and the avatar AIM takes to communicate with you guys is the little Windows paperclip.
Oh God.
Fucking Clippy.
A little text box appears and says, "Are you Kat?"
Yeah. I'm gonna write that.
It's going to be spelled C-A-T because it assumed it was spelled wrong, so it autocorrected.
I see you're trying to respond to a text message. Would you like some help?
And the next text bubble pops up and says, "Do you know where you are?"
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm gonna just put the battle room.
The little icon disappears from your phone, Kat. B, it pops back up. AIM.
That was good. The Thunderdome.
Oh God. Oh no, poor AIM. B, AIM pops back up on your phone and says, "They are in the battle room."
Okay. Well, thank you, AIM. I was hoping it was a little more like a GPS, but that'll work too. I guess I'm going to try to find the battle room.
Okay, so I'm actually going... If you want to try to make this easier, because there's cult members that are acting like ushers that lead people to and from seats, and they look at you and they go, "Man, so you're a VIP combatant? Shit, let me lead you there myself." And he personally takes you to the battle room, tells the guard that you're a VIP combatant, and he goes, "This is such a great day. Hail, the Yellow King."
Yep, hail.
Oh my God! The leader, one of the other guard, looks at you and goes, and gives you a Iggy Pop knife.
Nice.
Look, if we're doing a David Bowie knife, we're doing an Iggy Pop.
See, I was
Stomach
thinking
popper.
like Jojo Rabbit and just everyone bursts out the hills.
Oh my God!
Nice.
Then, before your battle, the guard will be coming back and giving everybody else something too. B, you're in the battle room. You see Jen. Actually, I'm going to let Jen tell you what she's doing.
What am I doing?
Avram, what would you be doing? Because before that, Kat, you're sitting with Richard the Lionheart, and he's been telling you stories of how he built his kingdom at the beginning of all this, and all that they have to offer.
Uh-huh.
And he calls it Camelot.
Well, of course he does.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in this story, so I think I'm kind of like listening in the background, just like, what the hell is he saying?
Oh, if you were doing that, he's gonna look to you and go, "Ho ho, young man! If you want to hear tales of my glory, then please pull up a seat."
Ah, fuck. Okay.
You're not getting away from this.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get something with this. I have
Oh,
an idea.
oh, god damn it, Cat. Fine, you. He looks at you and goes, "You know, fair maiden, there is a seat on my round table open."
Gross.
God damn it, Jen! It's not like that.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
You have infected B. Even B is in on this now. I am drawing the line in the sand.
It's like you don't know me.
No, this is literally, Cat. He's inviting you to be a member of his round table.
Did you not think of where my brain would go if you set us into a fleshy world?
I had a suspicion that you would, but I was just like, oh, she's gonna be mad because it's not a chimera. So I gotta make this awesome.
You made it foreskin, bro.
No, it was no.
I mean, she hyena laughed for like 5 minutes.
I know she did, but god damn it,
I
man.
mean, technically, it's a 3 skin if it's 3 stories tall.
You see, the sad part is I know Cat probably knows the mythos I'm referencing with the living planet and shit, and it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, no, I know.
I actually went deep into the lore to make this. No.
No, it's much appreciated. It's just where did you think I was gonna go with it?
I know.
Made of flesh?
But you know what? I don't mind. I know you're probably thinking of, but I'm actually having a lot of fun with this.
It's like I couldn't. Like you showed me that picture of the freaking towers and everything, and all I could think of was penises when you said everything's made of flesh.
Yes, I missed that part when you were explaining it, so I just heard her fucking cackling, and I was confused.
No, it's the kind of laugh that I get is when I laugh too hard and then I can't stop laughing and then I can't breathe, so it sounds like just fucking weird. Is like, yeah, no, that's what happened.
Oh, and besides inviting you to become a member of his round table, Cat, he says, "This is my Excalibur."
Oh no!
Oh no, he's gonna whip it
Oh
out.
no!
Oh, it's very lovely.
Cat looks away. Yes, it's very lovely.
Oh. God
You know
damn
where
it.
there's adventures to be had, my liege?
Oh my god, Cat, you know exactly what to say.
He's only inviting Cat, right? Me and Avram are just like sidelined at this point.
Yeah.
So the first thing he's going to ask is say, You must be a knight of the highest regard. Are these your wards?
Absolutely.
Fair lad. Abram. Richard the Lionheart approaches you, pulls up his might, and this sword must weigh like over 300 pounds, but he picks it up with one hand and goes, "Allow me to knight you, young man."
Whoa.
Will you be knighted?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna be knighted.
He goes, "In the name of Camelot, Sir Richard the Lionhearted, and the Monkey King, I dub you Sir Avram."
Nice.
Jin, do you want to be knighted?
Hell no, I'm a queen in my own right.
Wait, do you say that out loud?
Yes, I do.
Cat, Richard the Lionheart turns to you and goes, "You are even greater than I could have ever assumed. You are traveling with a queen?"
Absolutely.
He drops to a knee. "Now I say I am a king, but I am only in name only. I've never met a true queen.
Yeah,
Will you grace Camelot with your presence?"
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna kind of. Did Kat already say that we were gonna go to Camelot?
She
No,
hasn't responded
I
yet.
wasn't going to.
I was just making sure.
I was kind of going somewhere else with this, but yeah, just keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. let's see. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, but we have business elsewhere. I can't
Oh, he
see
looks.
your beautiful kingdom just yet.
He looks and goes, "Ah, it was presumptuous of me to assume that someone of such high regard would be free to just grace me with their presence." But,
Yeah, did he drop on one knee, right?
Yup, yes he did.
I'm gonna play up this part and like stick out one of my hands for him to kiss it.
Oh, he gracefully kisses your hand.
Yeah.
Wait, how long has it been since you washed your hands?
What?
He does
It
not
doesn't matter.
care. He does not care. This is a queen in his mind.
right, he lives
He is
in a
definitely
throbbing
going to kiss
city.
your hands.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that this is gonna work out, and I'm gonna use some pheromones.
You still have successfully made him believe you're a queen.
Yeah.
Once again, it's because you don't know how to control which pheromone is which.
Yeah. Oh no.
I have to do this because your guys' minds have been in the gutter. He has a raging heart on now.
Okay.
And he's just,
Oh.
oh no,
That's probably not too far off of the one she wanted.
oh no, oh no,
it's
my
a little,
scepter.
yeah.
He just says, oh no, my scepter. and runs to cover himself.
Yeah, I'm hot. I know it. This works in whatever favor that I wasn't expecting.
Is there any, you can comment on the situation, or you can try to take a look at other gifted
I
around.
thought Brian wasn't there.
No,
I
he's
got
there
that.
now. He's there.
I'm just
Oh, yes,
letting
okay.
this one go down. That's you guys dug that hole.
Before
Well,
anything
technically,
else,
Jed dug that hole.
before anything else, Max, someone's come out of the club, and they're holding a cup. If this image, this person's definitely dressed as like the sleazy club goer. Like, this is the type of guy that you're like, you do not leave your drink alone around. He comes up to you and goes,
leave your drink alone.
yeah, do not leave your drink alone around him.
Yeah.
You come back and it's fizzing, you know why.
Yep.
He comes to you, Max, and goes, well, hey there, brother. Can I offer you a drink?
Uh-oh, Max.
No, I'm good.
And he's looking at you, he's just like, all right, cool, man. Cool. This is basically Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused. Is that type of creep. So, you just gonna hang out here? You gonna come inside, man? A lot of pretty ladies.
Okay.
Oh, Max, I'm so sorry. Max, give me a persuade. Roll me a persuade.
Are you persuading him of anything?
No, they're trying to get this guy away from him. I'm actually gonna let Max roll to get him away.
I mean, I'm just saying, okay. Like,
Well, no. Just to see if you can try to convince him to try to abandon, like, trying to get you to go inside. Because if not, he's just going to still try to just awkwardly give you a drink and try to get you inside.
I mean, I'm not trying to convince him to stop. I just.
Oh, okay, you're just doing the thing of, like, just standing there, like,
It's just.
Max is being himself where somebody's going to come up and talk to him and he's just going to be like, okay, and just let them continue on until...
I'll let a person.
He'll let them continue on
Talk
until
to
he
me.
finds out the information that he wants,
Yeah.
or just to make fun of them later. This is fully in character for him.
Yeah.
oh, you know what? I like this even better because he's just trying so hard. He's starting to question himself. This is like one of those people doing time sales, but his sale game is going so bad that he's just like, come on, man. Look. I'm telling you, it'll be really cool if you go inside, man. Please. Don't make me go in there without you, dude. I'll get in trouble.
Why would you get in trouble?
Okay, yes, good. Fine. He's looking at the walls to make sure there's no, like, ears or eyes or mouths. It's just, the alchemist told me to get you in there, man. The alchemist wants you in there, man. He wants you to go. He wants you in.
Why?
Oh no.
He just wants you to see how good life can be here. You just
I mean, it's just a club. I've been to clubs before.
not one like this. When you're inside there, you're actually getting surrounded by girls with that creepy grin. And they're just trying to pull you to the back room. You can fight against them.
As they do.
Now, do you want to go with the girls, or do you want to try to fight against them?
I'm definitely gonna fight against them though, because the grin's a little too creepy. You know, they normally only smile like that when I'm in my hand.
It outweighs the horny.
Yeah, it outweighs the horny. Creepy outweighs the horny. The ratio is about 3 to 1 right now.
Okay. Richard, you are going to break free from them, but immediately. You know the creepy Japanese doll that just has the eye holes and the mouth hole?
Right.
Their faces immediately become like that. It's just black abyss where their eyes and their mouths would be.
Bro, we just met.
God damn it.
Can't be shoving your face holes.
Yeah. Put your makeup back on, Jesus.
Because you did say that, their faces are going to go back to the creepy smiles.
Better.
And one of them is going to reach for you. Are you going to back away?
Yes.
Okay. As you go to back away, and this is still going off of that composure roll, behind you is one of the avatars of the alchemist. Son, are you leaving so soon?
What?
This is all for you.
What?
And now we're gonna act.
Right?
Oh, wait. We're actually gonna go back to the battle room where all that nonsense is going on. B, aim pops up on your phone.
Oh, yes.
And he's going to say, Richard, trouble.
Does it autocorrect to trouble?
Yeah.
It's terribly misspelled.
Okay.
Is it spelled like treble?
Yes, there we go. Treble.
Well, I didn't mean to say autocorrect. It's like, is it just gonna be like a little later's trouble, like a plus? What is it? Asterisk?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna find a way to leave this room.
Oh, you don't need to find a way, dude. You're a VIP combatant. You could leave out whenever you want.
Oh, we can just go in and out when we want. Okay.
If you guys wouldn't have gotten that consideration of being a VIP, they would be forcing you to stay. Because you tricked them into believing this, you can leave whenever you want.
Sure, I'm gonna just walk out and be like, you know what? I'll be back for a fight later. I gotta go handle something.
The other guard looks at you and goes, "This battle's going to be amazing."
Oh, it's totally gonna be great. Hail the alchemist.
Hail Hydra.
They're still going to. They're not going to hear the Hydra part. They're just going to heal the hail from you, Abram. And dude, you guys have gotten these guys on your side. They will believe anything they tell you.
All right, so I'm gonna head for that club.
You're going to see
at Spider-Man web swinging speeds.
Okay, perfect. You're going to actually see Max outside with this guy literally pleading to go inside the club. He's going to see you coming up, though, and go, even before he can get his stupid line, his spiel out, you go inside.
Actually, is it? I know this building's probably made of some fleshy stuff, but is there any sort of a window from the top?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, yeah, then I guess I'll go inside.
Hi, Brian.
Just hear it. All right. We're going.
Just
Max,
like swing by, like, hi Max, bye Max.
The guy looks at you, Max, and is just like, see, he goes in. Why don't you go in? Come on, Max. I'm making my job hard. I'll be your best
Max.
friend.
Wait, Max. How mad would you be if I stuck you with a web and dragged you in? I feel like I may need a hand on this one.
You could sure try.
I'm going to attempt that.
Okay.
You will easily successfully rope Max, but this is going to be one of those cartoon situations where Max, would you be groaning the entire time, just like, God damn it?
I'm going to assume that there's something wrong.
If I just came like web slinging by and like slingshot it in, he's probably like, yeah, there's probably a problem in there.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You guys get inside, and you see the alchemist with his hands are not exposed, it's just the sleeves, but they're on Richard's shoulders. This is alarming because Richard has gone like dark purple, so don't touch, but the alchemist is freely just like holding on to him like, come on now, son, let's go on to the back.
I use my magnetic powers to extract some of my blood out of me to create a knife to like a blade to essentially chop the hand parts off at where he's being held by the shoulders.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm also gonna toss Max my Iggy Pop knife.
You're easily going to cut these off. You don't even need to roll for them because this is just the avatar of the alchemist. What you cut off and what you're going to see underneath the cloak, the hands, they look more kind of like a combination of lobster claws and tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate the mind things.
The tentacles shoot out from underneath the yellow cloak and pull him away. And from inside the cloak, what was a kindly old man, like the shape of the eyes, changes from that to a younger face. Pulling back the cloak, you finally get to see what the alchemist looks like. And underneath, you see eyes all around the head. And on the mouth, this isn't like you would expect from like a Cthulhu entity with the tentacles coming down. No, this is a what is it? It's the tube. But it reminds you of a mosquito.
Yeah, they're basically mind flayers. It's that. It's the general idea.
Of
right?
mind players, yeah.
I knew back from when he showed us the picture with the tentacles. I was like, oh motherfucker, I hate that. Those are the worst ones.
And you see it's right underneath where that I can never say what those are, but the two.
Proboscis.
No, it's wait, what is it?
The
Proboscis.
Thank you. Perfect. Exactly that. But it looks like a mosquito needle. And right underneath that is a mouth. And gone is the kindly old Deckard Cain-like voice. And he's just, all you have to do is follow the rules. Why are you gifted always like this?
What were the rules again?
Hey, B.
What's up?
I'm curious. You said I could control my quills when they're removed, correct?
Yes, I did. I am so glad you remembered, B. What would you like to do?
I was just thinking about. Do you remember when I placed those quills inside those seats that I assume are also made of this material?
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like my quills to instead. It is going to sound horrible. I want them to penetrate this material and start looking for a heart.
Your quills were in the process of going through what this gigantic, massive circulatory system. But as they were heading towards the heart, they started getting sucked up. And B, the creepy lobster hand tentacles reform, and out of the fingers pop up your quills. He looks at you and goes, "Nice try."
What? No, those aren't mine.
Wait, just so we're clear, the heart's like in the city, right? Like
It is. It's in the center. It's in the center of the town. That's how Cat. All the time you've been calling him cocky and everything. That's exactly why he did this. He figured no one would ever would just waltz in the center and try to attack it.
Oh, good. My plan is gonna possibly go well then.
We're gonna flash over to Cat real quick. Richard Lionheart has finally gotten himself back under control, and he's going to ask you, Cat, are you by chance on a quest right now?
Most certainly, my liege.
Can I join you?
Oh, certainly. After all, I know your favorite thing is crusade. Absolutely. And you know what? Your enemy, Saladin, is in the heart of the city.
Richard the Lionheart is taking off, and he's just fucking destroyed. He's taking off out the door. You hear the guards going, "Oh shit, stop him!" One of the guard heads flies through the door.
Oops.
Yep, it's the history nerd, my dudes.
You just hear him going through town. He is just attacking. Huzzah!
Cat, should we follow him?
Adventure. Huzzah!
Max, you just see this big ass lion with a massive metal sword thing charge by you. Just scream that. Adventure! Huzzah!
Hey, Cat, do you have praying mantis wings?
I do have wings, thank you for asking.
Oh. Cat has so much more than just regular wings.
Yeah, I don't want to use that yet, but I do have a plan for that as well.
Oh no, I was hoping that you'd have enough strength to carry me upon your wings.
Actually, the person who does have wings is dealing with the alchemist at the moment. The avatar right now.
No, I was hoping Cat could carry me and then drop me down on the
But
business.
there is someone you can ask you who can get you there really quick. Avram.
Oh, yeah.
If you want, you can get all three of you outside in the blink of an eye.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. I got some cat-like reflexes.
Mm-hmm. This goes just like with Quicksilver for you, Avram. You watch, it looks like the Richard Lionheart's just calmly walking out, but to everyone else, he going really super fast. You look over at Kat and Jin, you turn to the door, you guys are out, all three of you are outside. Jin, Kat, your guys' hair is like wind blown back.
All puffy.
Well, I mean, it's not much, so...
my hair doesn't actually get that puffy. My hair's just straight.
Mine does, but mine's also really short right now.
Oh, and this entire time, Beetzelbug
Beelzebub!
Beelzebub actually is going to...
Beelzebub!
Beelzebub. Sorry, I thought it was Beelzebub.
No.
Beelzebub was on your back this entire time. Don't worry, he got safely outside. But because of what he's seeing going on, he takes off behind Richard the Lionheart. And the whole way just going, meh, 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 meh. And he looks to you and goes, "My queen, I see you have a noble beast. I will protect him with my life."
Yep, he's my baby.
He runs over to Beelzebub, putting him on top of his own head, goes and charges off again.
Wait, that's putting him in danger.
That beetle is in the greatest, most safe place right now.
Yeah, that sword's flying everywhere but near his head.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reach out in the direction, go, my baby!
You don't see anybody else outside. You just see the awning for the nightclub with the lights. You can either go after the Lionheart or go into the nightclub.
I mean, we should probably group up, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys are going to get down there. What was all the club patrons have all been absorbed. Even the band has. Everyone is gone. The only person there is still just Bill Clinton on the stage, and he's just, maybe this isn't the right place for me. I'm gonna leave now. Y'all have a good day. And he just calmly walks out.
Bill's on the lookout for an Oval Office.
But the club was full of people, but they're all gone. They all got absorbed by the ground. And with this, you're going to learn the most horrible secret of Carcosa. Yes, they're safe, but they're not even really technically them anymore. Because as Max figured it out in the chat a long time ago, he's not absorbing the fusing gifteds, he's fusing the humans with himself.
Yep.
And he can't do that to the gifted. So which is why he tries to create a paradise to where you guys will leave him alone.
Nah. It's a fucking mockery to, like, Elder God nerds.
With that one, Kat, I'm going to actually let you say that out loud. And he's going to get mad and go, "You ever heard of a Shoggoth? That's pretty much all they are."
I can't even with you. I'm so fucking upset.
You guys are ruining everything. I had everything all set here in Carcosa.
Yeah, where's my baby?
Don't worry, baby is safe with Richard the Lionheart. We flash forward to Richard the Lionheart. Beelzebub is on top of his head, triumphantly just going, "Meh." Richard has successfully destroyed the town square. He's taken down the statue. He is teabagging it.
Was he
Naturally, it's one of those, yes.
Was he one of those guys that played, like, what, Halo and Modern Warfare?
Oh, he was a Mordhau fan.
Yep, I figured that was gonna be the thing.
He was a massive Mordhau player. So
Does he do that thing where, like, he crouches down, like, lifts his arms and goes in circles?
yes. And you know what else? He also does have a little lute. So in the midst of his chaos, he puts a sword on his back and just goes around playing it, going, "You cannot kill the bard." Do 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 do.
Yes, part.
What uncouth actions for a king to take.
You are not watching, so he does not have to worry about this at the moment. Fast forward back to the club, on the other hand. The avatar for the alchemist is just why it's like I had everything planned out so fucking perfect, but now you just made this like that shitty episode of Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm the goddamn priest. How dare you?
Well, you're the one that made it weird. As long as you didn't touch him, this probably wouldn't have got to this point.
It's like he actually just starts laughing and goes, haven't we already proven the point that that mankind is dumb and that we can't even trust them? It's like, I know what you are. Don't you even dare try to have the nerve and say that you're fucking human. You're as far from human as anything possible.
Yeah, you'd say anything to that.
Speech before.
It's like, yes, I'm going to say it. We are better than them.
This is specifically for Brian, but it's like, what, you're going to call them ephemerals now?
Cat, a vein is bulging on his head. It's like,
That's a specific reference that is a pretty sick burn.
Oh, you have just made him so mad. It's like, you have the nerve. It's like, you know who you group are. You're just as bad as the child of Adam. Okay? You're just as bad as the sons of Adam. You have all this power, yet you do nothing.
What are you trying to do?
I'm making it better for us, the gifted. We're the ones that need to rule this planet now. We're the ones that can actually survive. Why the fuck do they get to have a second chance?
Do you think that all the people that aren't stupid in human society became gifted? It's like working at one job and then like thinking that a different job is going to be better because that job doesn't have idiots.
And you know what? That is such a beautiful point. That the actual other side of Haster is going to actually appear from the brain and go, can't you listen to them? Your idea that to combat evil with another evil is not a viable option. That's why that is cartoon, that is comic book logic. It takes kindness. It takes working together. It's like we need to stop, and with what that is, we need to go away. The other Haster looks and just goes, "Nah, we ain't doing that." It absorbs the other one into him. It's like you can come at me with all the logic that you think. Yes, there are people who are going to die. Not everyone became gifted. Not everyone ate a worm. But guess what? Sometimes there's a necessary evil, and I'm that.
No, you're just a man pretending to be bigger than you actually are.
Cat, you have wounded him again. Damn.
Burn.
He lets out a scream. He's just so frustrated. He disappears. You can assume he's going back to the center of the town.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I guess we should go there.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta kill that heart, boys.
Let's do it.
Well, I was going to have a bunch of like cult members and everything when this happened, like invade towns. No, none of that's happening because Richard the Lionheart has just caused so much chaos.
When all those spells break up the Crusades.
You're just hearing in the distance, huzzah!
I can't think of that without that fucking video now, though.
Yeah.
So you are. So you're going to reach what essentially, yes,
He's not
he tried to make it look like the Taj Mahal as much as possible. That's how big his ego is. But because of Richard the Lionheart, he's too distracted because he would have tried to make some distractions for you, but nope. He's just too goddamn distracted with that jackass destroying his city. B.
Yes.
You're going to notice a shadow covering the group.
Is it Rom?
Oh, you beat me to it. Yes, you're going to look in the sky. You see the giant crow. It's flying.
What's my homeboy Rom up to?
You're actually going to see this. There's something is riding on his head. B, what you're noticing that just jumped off Rom, all you see is a really long nose.
Gross.
Is it a Pinocchio? Is it a bad Pinocchio?
Okay, I will add one other little thing. You notice wooden sandals.
Now it's a bad Pinocchio.
You notice those trademark wooden clog samurai.
Okay.
Clogs. That's
It's,
what you see.
Samurai Jack.
It's a guy in a goblin mask.
It's the only samurai that exists.
Oh.
It's the Tengu. It's the Tengu, B.
Yeah, a goblin mask. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So right now, it is currently on its way, descending towards you, guy.
I'm trying to remember the name of that one guy.
And like the way he's falling down, have you ever seen the anime Blood Lad? That's kind of like how he's descending. He just has his arms crossed and he's just falling straight down with his feet towards the earth.
Oh, he's going for a superhero landing.
Oh, even better.
Oh. Wow.
You guys are outside the heart building. And right in front of you crashes down, wearing some beautiful old school Japanese fisherman pants, wooden clogs, and has a rice farmer hat on. You just notice the long nose. He introduces himself. Maybe. He introduces himself. He just calls himself Tengu. And points down to the ground and says, "Bad."
Cool. Good job.
Points to you guys and says, "Help."
Yep. Getting there.
Indeed.
It runs in there. Alright, guys. You are now inside the heart. You have made it inside the heart chamber. All around you are mouths just screaming, "Go away, go away. How about we make a deal?" As much as imitation plates of of just stuff keep appearing around you guys. And you finally get to the heart chamber. Tengu got lost along the way. He's got a worse sense of direction than Max. I think he actually ran outside.
Well, according to you, Max now has a good sense of direction.
Well, before that.
Yeah, I would think Max has the best sense of direction. He could feel the Earth magnetic pull.
Oh no, now Max is basically a walking compass. He has the best sense of direction. He was planning to try to fight you guys, but Haster now is in front of you. He's coming out of the ground. This is his best, the true avatar. So you damage this one, he gonna feel it. And he's just, let me try something else here. What do I need you to do to keep you guys from doing whatever you're about to do?
Got any worms?
What is that going to help us anymore?
Well, I thought like the majority of what we were looking for was to get that little girl a worm, so she didn't get eaten. Did she get eaten?
But if we take care of this,
Did you say he was wearing a nice silky robe?
He is wearing a nice silky robe.
I like that robe.
But
Oh, I want to put that on.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it. It's like, I like that robe.
But this is my robe. I don't. What?
Are you denying the queen?
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna go along with Kat because like I'm just gonna stand there and kind of do that like you dare.
You've already taken so much from me. I'm literally giving you guys. Just leave. Just let me have this.
I want the rope.
Hypothetically.
So this Cthulhu thing is just another gift.
So the Cthulhu, what you guys are actually on, this Carcosa, the land that you've all been on, is just a piece of Cthulhu. He, instead of becoming a gifted by eating a worm, he got absorbed by a piece of Cthulhu.
Okay.
And
so Haster is the problem, or?
Oh, he's definitely the problem.
Yeah.
Is he the person that's the avatar problem? Or the person?
For right now, this incarnation of Cthulhu that you're on and facing, everything is connected to him, to this heart.
So is the heart Cthulhu's?
Not Cthulhu's, no. This is just Haster's. He's just living as a piece of Cthulhu. He does have a... So, do you want to ask him anything?
I'm asking him for the robe.
Besides the robe, is Max basically asking him... Are you basically kind of asking him what is his goal?
So he has two personalities, right?
Yes. There's still the human inside of him that just is like, dude, we need to die. This is basically just what you're talking to is just the self-aware piece of Cthulhu. It basically did budding. It burst a little burst a new piece of itself and shot off a bunch of it.
No, so the original person wants death.
Yes,
okay,
he wants death.
There's nothing that there's nothing that I want from you that isn't gonna stop me from taking care of what someone wants from themselves.
What?
I get exactly what you mean. You're not gonna.
The person wants to die. The not egotistical one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mercy kill him because that's what he wants.
Give me a robe.
Why my robe? Why? Why is the robe with you?
Because I want.
Oh! Kat, would you like to start doing that?
I would, yes, please.
Everyone, you immediately just start hearing this. Like a lot of...
You said it was going to make noise. Okay.
Oh, yes!
Keep going.
But, you're seeing Kat. Kat, you've actually kind of got your arm like how you would do for an Aijutsu draw. You see Kat getting her arms ready, but her back she's gotten wings that are shooting up now, and there's a ton of steam shooting out of her back. Kat's blood is boiling at an intense temperature.
Dude, she hot as fuck.
Your guys are actually starting to see what looks like lightning is sprouting up all around her body. And she's gone. All you see is a dust cloud. She's gone. Kat, you fucking cut the heart in half. And right in the middle of Haster saying, pleading with you guys. He stops, turns and looks back, and just sees the steam escaping your body.
But the most important question is, did Jen get the robe?
Yeah, that's the most important question. Because I want to look like a queen in a fucking robe.
Yes, Jen is going to get the robe. What happens is...
That's right.
The Haster looks at you all and just says, I don't want to go. And disappears.
Don't you fucking use that dark magic on me.
I feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Yes.
Especially don't use that one.
I'm actually going to use that instead. He's just going to look at Kat and go, I don't feel so good. And disappear. It crumbles away. The robe is left.
Until the end.
Wait, what color's the robe again?
It is a beautiful gold silky robe.
Yeah, I'm going to wear it.
The city actually starts to go through the Thanos effect. It's just turning to gray ash and fading away. The group entourage falls out of a building. It wasn't that high, thankfully, so they just go poof. Lady Estelle just goes, this place sucked anyway. Let's go, guys. And as they walk away, like
they're not gonna say hi to me.
Oh, there's a forlorn, loving glance from Corey, and Penelope hits him upside the head with a crowbar and says, "I'm going to get you yet."
She says that to me?
Yep.
Is she just beating a human with a crowbar? That seems dangerous.
Wait. When she says, "I'm gonna get you yet," is it like a threat, or is it like what?
That's like, I'm gonna catch you.
Okay, I'm actually going to use. I'm actually going to use a line.
One day, whatever that song is.
If you guys, okay, the best way I can put this is it's kind of threat-mantic. It's threatening but romantic at the same time.
Oh, I'm gonna blow her a kiss.
She just turns red.
I have a fear boner.
Oh, and B, she hurts. Are you going to say that out loud about her beating Corey in the head with a crowbar?
Sure.
She's going to look at you and go, oh, he's got a hard head. He holds up well to things.
He has a hard head.
Okay, then.
And he's literally just going...
Pretty sure she's making him kind of retarded.
Penelope Fancy Pants is still chasing the same butterfly. Lady Estelle just look.
Butterfly.
Yep, she is just chasing a butterfly. How this normal butterfly is around, we will never know.
Do I get my baby back now?
Oh, Beelzebub happily runs up to his mommy, going, meh, 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 meh.
Yeah, that's right. I give him pets.
You see he has a little gold crown on his head.
I love it so much. Oh.
Wait, wouldn't the butterfly be like 4 times its size?
That's actually the mystery. Why is this a normal butterfly? Why is this around? That's part of the strange mystery of Penelope Fancy Pants.
Wait, is she... What color is her hair?
It is black.
Okay, never mind.
So...
The mystery could be she's part anglerfish, and that's a trap.
Lady Estelle looks at you guys and is just... Maybe we'll see you somewhere else. It's like, this place sucked anyway. Maybe it's for the better.
I'm gonna give her a wink.
Instead of turning red, she turns a shade of blue.
Oh, that's cute. I say that out loud. Oh, that's cute.
She turns even more blue.
Yes, girl. Work it.
Now, Richard the Lionheart has finally come running from all the ash, and he looks at Beelzebub, he bows down to both of you, but specifically to Beelzebub, and he goes, "My queen, he is truly the most battle beast I have ever seen. Truly, you have trained him well."
Yeah, I did.
Just Beelzebub just looks at you and just goes, "Meh, meh, 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 meh."
Yeah, I give him some pets, and then I just to reinstill this, I'm gonna hold out my hand again since he's bowing and shit, and I'll let him kiss it one more time.
He kisses your hand. He looks at Max, and he goes, "Is this your king?"
Yeah.
"My lord, my name is Richard. If you ever need me, I swear I will come a-running." And this guy is an idiot. He literally believes that if you call out his name, he should be able to hear you.
Okay.
He looks at you all, gives you a mighty bow.
I was about to make an excuse for Max, and I was gonna be like, sorry, he's a bit stoic.
Oh no, he just looks at Max and goes, "Truly, you are the greatest of rulers. It's like, a great ruler does not need to say words. I should learn this from you." He looks at Kat, does what he called the warrior's greeting, which is just a fist bump.
Yep.
Does a fist bump to Abram.
Yeah. Fist bump.
And then he runs off, yelling, "Huzzah!" Then
You think you forgot about Prince John?
Oh, he's going to go take care of some business. You just hear off in the distance, Jen, "I'm coming for you, John!"
Gross incest!
God damn it. God damn it!
He had to take care of his boner somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to dignify that.
I see this as a net win for me, at least, because I got a cool gold silk robe, and
Yes.
my little beetle boy got a little crown for some reason.
Well,
Curious. Does that robe, was it made of the same material that like faded away when he died?
that was actually, this one time, this was the only non-organic thing. So he was forming himself, but not this robe. He would like form himself inside the robe.
That's cool. Hey babe, how do you like my robe?
The Tengu comes out of his giant pile of
Max just like made a face and like just like lifted his shoulders.
B, the Tengu approaches you, and the shadow is above you now of Ram again. The Tengu looks at you, points at Ram, and goes, points at you, kind of motioning for you all. Need ride, point sky, and then he does one of those superhero leaps into the sky.
So we just point at the sky and Rom comes a flapping?
Essentially, the idea that you're getting is point to the sky, yell out Rom, and Rom's a coming for you.
Alright, so we can ride the eagle to Mordor.
Yes, you'll give you travel all around the world.
Oh, that's cool.
We've
From
unlocked
anywhere,
fast
whenever we want to yell out his name.
Yep.
That's cool.
Cool.
So like if I don't want to go to the market down the street, I can call Rom and be like, "Yo, take me down there."
Can we just stick up our thumb?
It's bird Uber.
Technically, that is one of your fingers, so if you stick out your thumb and yell Rom, Rom is coming.
It's Boober.
Oh, God damn it. God damn you.
Yeah,
damn
yeah.
you, Richard. Damn you.
I used to watch that show. I was thinking.
Now since the illusion of Carcosa has faded, yes, you guys were in what was Mexico. And over a mesa, well, on a mesa, Max, B, Jin, you're going to see sitting with his arms crossed, looking kind of like Goro, is what you assume is Shiva. He's not looking at you guys. He's just got his eyes closed. He's just sitting on a mesa right now with his leg. Just looks like he's just meditating.
Well, howdy.
Oh no, don't worry. You're not super close to him. He's.
Oh, sorry. Well, howdy.
Oh, now he actually does. He will hear that. You see off in the distance, Shiva stands up, leaps up into the air, and now he's in the middle of all your guys' group.
What does he look like?
Shiva looks... Okay, now since Shiva is fully in front of you guys, you see he has 4 arms, and on his head he has 3 faces.
Also, is he blue?
He is actually red.
Oh, that's weird.
Because you can feel the intense heat emanating from him.
Warm.
One face has monstrous fangs, kind of like an orc fangs. One face is gentle and soft, and the last face is kind of stern. The stern face turns to you all and goes, "Did you get rid of this?"
Yes.
Yep.
It turns its head to the soft face. And it's just, "You did me a big favor there. He was encroaching on my territory. This is my lands. And if you do me a favor, I owe you a favor now."
Favors for favors.
The soft face turns to you, Jen, and goes, "Well, that's the law of the land now.
Sweet.
Might
Pro quo.
Might makes right, and if you do something for someone else, you better pay it back."
Oh man, we could fight for what we want? Hell yeah.
Shiva looks at you. Shiva looks at you. Goes, "Well, in my lands, that's definitely the rule.
Definitely what?
That's definitely the rules. If you're strong, then why should anyone hamper you?"
Sounds good to me.
Nice.
It's like the
And
third Riddick movie.
And he looks at you and all and goes, "And you all must obviously be very powerful if you could take care of something I couldn't." And actually, Shiva is all 4 of his hands go to his chin. And he's just rubbing it, well, all of his chins. And he goes, "Now I know you just did me one favor, but I'd owe you an even more of a tremendous debt. Maybe even some of my lands, if you could do me another favor."
I'm listening.
Go on.
He's going. So, he wants to know, do you have a map?
Something like that.
Yep.
Perfect. You guys pull out your map for him, and he's going to actually start telling you some information. Where you are now, he says, "This is my lands, Shiva lands. South of us, that's where that big snake starts to control in the waters. To our north, the middle of that map, that's that stupid monkey. If anything, that's his true land. To the east, that little peninsula, that's where the last remaining humans are gathering. Here, though, this is where my problem remains. This was the land of Fenrir. But a new entity has come. His name is Nidhogg.
Isn't Nidhogg like another all-consuming thing?
Yes, it is. Nidhogg is the dragon that descends in the afterlife of Norse mythology and eats the shameful dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also fought Nidhogg in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I knew where you were getting that, Jay.
I only know Nidhogg because of the game Nidhogg and Nidhogg 2.
So, Shiva goes, my master is Fenrir. We serve the serpent. That stupid horse is trying to increed on this land with his warrior Nidhogg.
Fucking hate horses.
Nidhogg. So he tells you Nidhogg is Sleipnir's duke. We would consider it's like Fenrir would even consider this a great debt if you can rid us of Nidhogg.
Oh, well, you see, I would like to get to know Fenrir better, so I'm all for this.
And I can guarantee you, the doggies will forever protect you for doing this.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, he's actually going to update your map and give you a location of where you're going to need to go and a contact to talk to, and that'll give you the information about Nidhogg. From what he knows, Nidhogg looks best described of what a dragon is. He just doesn't breathe fire. But if you do take care of Nidhogg, that will be a tremendous blow to Sleipnir, and he will never again try to encroach on these lands again. And he already tried to have the weebs. He tells you about how he tried to send a bunch of nerds to go take care of Nidhogg, and they got wiped out.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, I see that go.
All right, and he will also tell you that with doing this, you will basically be high ranking in the Shiva polls.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be Shivans.
The
Or is it Shivans or Shivanites or Shivites?
I was actually going to say Shivanites.
Sounds
And if you want to work with him, all he asks is let him put his mark on you. So no one will fuck with you, because they know you roll with Shiva.
well, where does it gotta go?
It's going to go on your back of your hand.
Yeah,
So what it is he'll explain is he's just going to take his finger and poke the back of your hand. But because of the extreme heat that exudes from him, it leaves a little red mark.
Oh, okay, I see where you're getting at. Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty, he's going to mark you all with the mark of Shiva.
We are one with Shiva.
Damn right you are. With this mark now, anybody that is a faction of either Fenrir, Jormungandr, or Shiva will accept you and help you and protect you and provide you with shelter. And Shiva's faction controls the railways. So you are going to get to go riding the Shiva Express.
well, look, some of us can only web swing. That only goes so fast.
I'm super fast, so I can just
I mean, I
run.
can carry you.
That would be like riding on the back of a bike, like with somebody else.
Max could carry me. He could make one of them discs out of his metal stuff and just let me sit on top of it.
Well, he was just assuming that you guys would want to relax, maybe not have to worry about anything going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, I'm down with that.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll take a mark on my hand.
And we have that and giant bird thing apparently.
Yep, and you have access to ROM.
I'm a little sus when it comes to my hands. That's where my webs come from. My money makers.
Yeah, but it's the back of your hand. So.
He's not going to damage your where your webs come from. This isn't one of those things where he's going to hamper you. But I know what you're saying. It's like, no, don't.
They're my money makers. I got him insured.
And now you guys are proceeding
Horses
to
and
head towards Nidhogg. Deep in the Earth's core, a big mass of green is trembling in anger. Cthulhu is still around. And now he's just, the only thing he's doing is planning.
So Cthulhu's quivering is what you're saying.
Yes. God damn it!
Cat, you made Cthulhu quiver
No.
with your piercing.
You could almost say that he's shuddering.
Richard, your friends that I told you about in Little Italy are messaging you. I almost forgot about Amelia.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that.
She's actually still following you guys.
I figured.
This is one of those awkward anime girl follows where she's like she hides behind something and looks out at you guys like, I just can't quit this group.
Why can't I quit here?
Why can't I quit them?